Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Yuqi Wang. I'm really excited to share our work called From Temporal to Spatial. It's a collaborative work by researchers from University of Toronto, New York University, and City University of Hong Kong. Today, I want to challenge the way you think about listening to and engaging with auditory intangible cultural heritage, particularly performing arts genres. In the next 12 minutes, I will walk you through our research questions, our three-phase studies, key findings, and design insights. Feel free to scan these QR codes for our paper and slides. You are also welcome to contact me after this presentation for a podcast version of our paper. Let me start by immersing you in a small challenge. I will play 30 seconds of traditional Chinese Peking Opera, Qingxianglian clip, and I want you to notice your own listening experience. How did that feel? Do you feel engaged or confused? Are you ready for 2 more hours of the full performance? What you just experienced is beautifully complex. The opera is emotionally rich, musically layered, and culturally profound. Despite its layered value, many traditional performing arts struggle with younger generations. Why? Traditional performing arts like Peking Opera require more than 2 hours of temporal and linear reasoning. You have no control, no agency, no interaction, no exploration. It is passive. This clearly does not align with how modern audiences engage with content. Nowadays, audiences prefer interactive and bite-sized content. So we asked, can we move beyond temporal and linear listening? Can it be spatial, interactive, and self-paced? This led us to design SISA, spatial interaction-based segmented audio. It is a system that transforms traditional listening into immersive exploration. But how exactly did we do this? This brings us to our research questions. First, how do we design engaging spatial auditory interactions? And second, what interaction patterns emerge when users use our system? To address these questions, we conducted our study in 3 phases. First, a co-design workshop with 7 stakeholders. Second, prototype testing with 5 users. And third, a user testing with 16 participants using our final prototype. From these 3 studies, we distilled 6 key design insights, which I will walk you through shortly. So we begin with a co-design workshop involving 7 participants with diverse roles, including a performing arts practitioner, 1 VR developer, 1 designer, 2 researchers, and 2 user representatives. They are either experienced or have some experience in listening to Chinese operas. So what we learned from this workshop is the main challenge is getting people to come to the theater in the first place. But the struggle is, if they don't understand its internal essence, how would they come to theater for the full experience? The co-design workshop helped us establish our core design rationales. Our system should provide modular presentation, scaffolded exposure, multi-sensory engagement. So instead of 2-hour performance, our system offers bite-sized auditory content. Our system should enable users gradually discover complexity at their own pace. And our system should combine audio, visual, and spatial interaction. At the same time, we need to keep in mind the need to respect and preserve cultural authenticity while making it more accessible to modern audience. We built our first prototype using Funchal opera. We used a 12-minute clip from the Peach Blossom fan. Our system has 3 key components: audio processing, spatial mapping, and visual environment generation. So the result is we created a spatial audio landscape where nearby segments sound similar. How did we achieve this? We segmented the music piece into 5-second audios. We then extracted acoustic features of these audios and used machine learning algorithm called t-SNE to cluster similar audios close to each other in a 2D space. We then mapped this into 3D coordinates using cylindrical mapping within a 360-degree VR environment. For details of the prototype setup, please read our paper or talk to our co-first author, Sirui. Using this prototype, we conducted phase 2 testing with 5 participants. Phase 2 testing revealed user preferred mixed audio over separated tracks. They also think the 5-second segment length was too short. They preferred including human figures in the visual. They also shared some feedback that color-changing audio points helped them track exploration process. These insights directly shaped our final prototype. Our final prototype featured Peking Opera, the same Qinxianglian clip you heard earlier. Based on previous user feedback, we made 3 key adjustments. We extended segment lengths to 10 seconds. We kept mixed audio for richer experience and regenerated the 360-degree visual to include human figures. Our system successfully clustered the audios into male reciting, female reciting, and seeing. This is what listening to Qinxianglian looks like in our SISA environment. With the final prototype, we conducted our final study. Our final study involved 16 participants. All of them had Chinese cultural background. Their familiarity with Peking Opera varied widely. Some had never heard of it, while others have engaged with it several times in life. From our analysis, we observed 2 dominant spatial interaction patterns. First, progressive exploration. Participants moved through 4 stages: initial disorientation, active engagement, systematic exploration, and finally pattern recognition, where they discovered spatial audio clusters. So they moved from "I wasn't sure what's going on" to "I think I was trying to find a pattern." The second pattern is adaptive exploration. Participants shifted from relying on visual cues to using audio cues for navigation. This shift highlights how spatial interaction can decenter visual dominance and promote richer auditory engagement, which is crucial for audio-centric performing arts. We distilled our findings into 6 key design insights. First, our temporal to spatial approach opens new ways of listening to and interacting with auditory performing arts genres like Funchal and Peking Opera. Second, for audio-centric intangible cultural heritage formats and genres, while we decenter visual dominance, we can promote a richer form of auditory engagement. Future systems could consider transitions towards audio-driven engagement. Third, please be aware that a balance is needed between letting users explore freely and gently guiding them towards meaningful discoveries. Fourth, interaction can enhance engagement, but must be scaffolded to support learning, not just novelty. Fifth, design must constantly negotiate between technical possibilities and cultural authenticity. Sixth, the project suggests that t-SNE, a machine learning algorithm, commonly used for data visualization, can also serve as a spatial design structure mechanism, supporting meaningful emergent navigation through sound. Our studies have several limitations. We only tested with Chinese opera and Chinese participants. Our machine learning algorithm results can be inconsistent. However, these limitations suggest where we could go next. To conclude, our project redesigned how we can listen to performing arts music pieces, moving from passive linear listening to active spatial interaction and exploration. Thank you so much for your attention.